lecture on GATE exam in the Department of Formation and Power. Today, just I will, before anybody took the class related to the pharmaceutical, no? Okay. This is the first class related to the pharmaceutical and power department, na?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if I will ask any doubts in the middle also, if somebody, if anyone, you can unmute yourself and please inform me, okay? And this thing, this is the class means it should not be lecture. Means I kept as a lecture, but it should not be lecture. We should discuss or interact with each other. Then only we can understand the concept. Okay, almost 28 students are there. Now, today I will take lecture on this pharmacy and power related to the GATE exam. And just if you want to, if anybody in this 28 members, if anybody wanted to prepare thoroughly, just some concepts only I mentioned in the slides related for GATE exam. So that these concepts you can prepare, then you can easily clear the GATE exam, especially in pharmacy and power engineering department. In this today's class, I just will go through this content, pharmacy and power at a glance. Just briefly, I will inform what are the important topics and concepts which we need to study for the GATE exam, and syllabus of pharmacy and power for GATE exam. Some of the reference books I mentioned for GATE exams, which may help. Only few reference books I mentioned in this, and concepts and some 2 to 3 numericals we can solve today. If in the next class we can topic wise we can go for the numericals. And in the pharmacy and power at a glance, you can see power sources, especially the power sources, tractor and power tiller. These are the two major power sources we use in the agriculture and in the pharmacy department. Based on this tractor, power tiller, IC engines only, many questions will come like for GATE exam. In pharmacy, majorly primary and secondary tillage implements. In primary, you might have studied in the first, second year and third year. This primary disc flow, epi flow, disc flow, epi flow, chisel flow, subsoil. These are some of the primary tillage implements. And in the case of secondary tillage implements, we will see the disc harrow, cultivators, spin time cultivators, and sometimes rotavator also comes in the secondary tillage implements. Based on this also, you will get some questions in the GATE exams. Sowing implements, based on the seed drill and transplanter and planter, based on these three implements, you may get expect some of the important questions. In the further classes, we will study the problems and concepts of sowing, primary, secondary tillage implements, sowing implements, and in intercultivation implements and harvesting and threshing implements. In harvesting and threshing implements, we will get many questions related to GATE exams. In harvesting, we will get questions on reaper and mower. Majorly, we will get questions on reaper and mower. That especially some daily questions also we will cover, and some questions on mower, some problems on. We will get thresher, threshing throughput efficiency, and threshing efficiency, and some losses, reaper losses, react losses, different losses are there in the threshing. These concepts also we will study in this topic. And energy, biomass energy, solar energy, wind energy, also geothermal energy also we will study in this energy section. These are some of the important topics in the pharmaceutical power. Just briefly, I am telling this because if you go in depth, we will again the sub-headings we will study about these topics. And syllabus in the pharmaceutical, soil tillage process. In this, you can take. I will share this PPT with you people. You can, if anybody preparing, especially you can concentrate on soil tillage. In that, this course is acting on tillage implements. We will solve one or two problems on this. So tillage, sowing, spraying, irrigation, calculation on especially, and you can see here chaff cutting or moving. These are the is crop cutting and moving. These are the major. Every 2 years once they will ask question on mower and chaff cutter and calculation of field capacity, field efficiency and losses. These the one more questions or two one more questions they may ask. They used to ask questions on field capacity and field efficiency of the agriculture machineries and cost analysis. In cost analysis, we will study the different types of variable cost, depreciation, and four different cost analysis methods are there. Uh, in that, we will study the straight line method, some of DGTS methods, and four methods are there. We will study the cost analysis of four methods. Using four methods, we can solve the problems. This is the syllabus for the farm power, especially tractor aggregates engine. In this tractor aggregates, they may ask questions on IC engines, transmission system, hydraulics. These are the some important topics or concepts which may ask in the farm power section. And tractor dynamics, mechanics of tractor chassis. This is the very uh, important topic in the tractor dynamics and mechanics of tractor chassis. They may ask questions on the stability of the tractor, horizontal stability, lateral stability, and what CG center of gravity for the tractor. These are some of the important concept in the tractor dynamics. And 3-point hinge, free and resistant link. Every year you might have seen old papers, previous year question papers. You can see free and distant link of 3-point linkage questions also. You may get questions. Even one more questions also, objective type questions also. They may ask on the free and resistant link. We will study in depth what is meant by free and resistant link of the 3-point linkage in the tractor and economics of the tractor. In economics, only few questions they may ask because every year they may ask only questions related to the economics on objective type questions only they will used to ask the body temperature and seat design of seat and what the one another 10 to 15 questions are there in the related to the economics topic. Okay? I will also explain this in the next class regarding the economics of the tractor design and the seat design, especially DNC design and sources of power, human energy, animal energy, solar energy, and wind energy. These are some of the sources of power from renewable energy sources. From these also we may expect questions in the GATE exams, especially related to solar energy. We may expect many questions in this exam. And come to the reference of some of the important books which required for preparation of GATE exam. I just enlisted only few books. If you are going to study many books, means you may get confusion. I just want to understand the principles of farm machinery by Kepner, Benner, and Berger. This is called as three. Normally, we will call three-author book. You can study the three-author book and elements of agriculture engineering by Jagdish Desai. Before going to prepare any exam, especially in the farm machinery, you should study the elements of agriculture engineering by Jagdish Desai. After that, you can go for other any farm machinery books. Okay, these two books is sufficient for our farm machinery related. If you are having time and if you are able to get more knowledge on this farm machinery, you can study Handbook of Agriculture Engineering by ICR publication and one more data book on data book on agriculture machinery by CAE Bhopal. One book is there. Varshini and CR Mehta, they have written. Those books are related to the, especially for net exam and ICR SRF exam you can prepare. But do these, especially for GATE exam, we should understand the concept. For concept purpose only, we need to study these books because this GATE exam totally depends on totally questions from numericals only. Only one or two, only 10 questions, only theory questions they used to ask so that you should concentrate on only numericals. So that if you want to solve the problems, you should know the concept. Then only you can solve the problems. Okay, these so that principles of farm machinery by Kepner Benner, elements of agriculture engineering by Jeffrey, two books are sufficient for GATE exam preparation. And in case of tractor and its power, tractor power book, you can read tractor and their power units. This is called as four author book. Liljal is there. That is called four author book. This is the sufficient the design of tractor dynamics. I told you design of tractor dynamics, chassis dynamics, and stability of the tractor. This book is good for GATE exam and tractor at a glance by Sanjay Kumar. Some numericals are there in the Sanjay Kumar book, but the thing is you should understand. You should for understanding the concept only you can study the Sanjay Kumar book. If you are going to solve the problem, because many numerical problems are wrong is there. Some mistakes are there in the Sanjay Kumar book, but don't uh, blindly follow this book. But just you should understand the concept by using this book, and you can solve the problem. Because some unit conversions they kept directly without any conversion, directly kept the answer. That's the problem in Sanjay Kumar book. You can even act at a glance also it is there, and one more objective objective numerical solutions are there. And that also one book is the Guru. That also you can study that. And then in theory of machines, because especially in the farm machinery, we may expect questions on design of belt, design of clutch, transmission system, hydraulic system, and some questions on gear. These questions you may expect in the farm machine related questions. So that you need to study theory of machine book. You may in this theory of machine by RS Kumi is better for this concept, especially for design of clutch and gear and also belt and IC engine, because almost 5 to 10 marks questions they may used to ask question related to the IC engine. This V Ganeshan is the best book. You might have if you are having in library means you can use it. Otherwise, I am having soft copy of this book. If anybody needs, you can ask me directly. I can share this book. E Ganeshan. It is a very good book, and many questions many questions related to ICG they ask from this book only. And in just today we can solve some questions related to the ICG and renewable energy. You can from renewable energy some many only basic questions, basic numericals and basic questions they used to ask in the GATE exam related to the renewable energy, so that GD right is sufficient for this renewable energy topic. One more book is there, Sukhatmi book is there, but that is not actually that is theoretically for theory purpose. That is good book. GD right is sufficient for renewable energy course. Sorry, topic. Okay, these are some of the important references I mentioned for your GATE exam preparation. And let's start with the farm power topic. Today we will start with this basics of farm power, basic concepts in farm power, because and after this farm power syllabus, after that we will deal with the farm machinery farm machinery topics. Okay, and after that because farm power IC engine will take. After that tractor related tractor and its power units will take. After that farm machinery, and this slowly we will take if we will get time before your GATE exam. Okay, and already you might have studied this power power, this especially IC engine in your coursework. Maybe just for your glance or for glance only, we will discuss about this power power, especially IC engine. Okay, internal combustion engine. You might have engine is device which converts chemical energy into mechanical energy or mechanical energy, and by using the fuel. And in this what engine we can classify into two types: external combustion engine and internal combustion engine. In external combustion engine, we are just nobody will ask me the external engine related to topics in the GATE exams or any exams. Just if they will ask me, the external engine is nothing but that what combustion of fuel will take place outside the cylinders. And in case of internal combustion will take place inside the cylinder. The power will produce inside the engine. And this is the what IC engine. This is a single cylinder engine. Uh, everybody knows about this, the crankshaft, connecting rod. This is the crankshaft, connecting rod. This is the piston, and this is the combustion chamber. This is actually the spark plug. This is called as petrol engine. Petrol engine, in IC engine again we will classify into petrol engine and diesel engine. This is the petrol example for petrol engine, and here inlet we have two valves, inlet valve and outlet valve, or inlet valve or exhaust valve. This is a cylinder head, and this is piston pin. This is a cylinder block. Cam. Actually, why I should, this is the camshaft. For camshaft, using camshaft only, what we can operate the opening and the closing of the exhaust and inlet valve. And here, this is the example for the internal combustion or the piston cylinder. And here, just in the next class, and one more questions, I just want to inform you that related to the power, especially in case of connecting rod. This is the connecting rod. One time, last 2014, they asked a question related to the connecting rod. What are the different forces? Totally, we used to observe two forces acting on the cylinder. Okay, connecting rod. Two forces: tensile force and compression force. Two forces will be acting on the connecting rod. As in case of two stroke, everybody listening now? Excuse me, everybody is listening. Any means if I am very fast, means just inform me. I will reduce my scope. Okay. This is connecting rod. Two forces will be there. In case of two stroke, there is only one force will be there, only compressive force. In case of four stroke, there will be two forces will be acting on the connecting rod: tensile force and compression force. Okay, while rotating or while operating the connecting rod and piston. Okay, you just you might I will also show you possible now. 2014 they asked questions related to the connecting rod. For two-stroke engine, only compressive force will be acting on the connecting rod, and in case of four-stroke, tensile force and compressive forces acting on the connecting rod. Okay, this one just for your information. I am just informing this, and this is the line diagram of the our IC engine, and that you can see here. This is the piston, and this is the bore. Diameter of the piston is called as bore, and this is the stroke. This is the height of the cylinder plus this what height of the cylinder is called as stroke. And this is the connecting rod. This is the crankshaft. And if the piston goes upside, here you can see that this is called as top dead center. And if the cylinder piston comes down sideways, called as bottom dead center. Means here this is the position of the crankshaft. If the crankshaft comes here, top dead center. If the crankshaft comes here, this position is bottom dead center. TDC and PDC. TDC, PDC, and stroke, bore, diameter of piston or cylinder is called as bore, and the length of this cylinder is called as stroke. Bore stroke ratio is the L by D, bore stroke ratio. If please, if while explaining, if get any doubts, kindly note down your notes. After this, you can ask the doubts related to the IC engine. Okay, and some of the some formulas I have mentioned in the further slides. Even if you are able to possible, you can note down. But some of the important formulas related to the power. And okay, this is the this bore stroke ratio. What is L by D? Like this is stroke length is called L, and bore diameter of the cylinder D. And this in this also I have mentioned diameter of the this what cylinder, and valve, exhaust manifold, TDC and BDC. And in IC, in internal combustion engine, internal combustion, we just now explain what we just remembered what is mean by TDC, BDC, bore and flow pressure. And in this is the valve timing diagram of the IC engine. Just one or two questions we used to ask questions related to the valve time diagram. And here you can see with this is the diagram of valve timing diagram, and you can see this what blue color is there now. This is the actually what indicates the inlet opens. This is what we are there. This is here inlet of intake valves. What suction valve, suction stroke. This is called. This indicates the suction stroke, and after that you can see here if we start. After that, this is the power stroke, compression stroke. This is black is indicates the power stroke. Sorry, compression stroke. Red color indicates the power stroke, and red color is the exhaust stroke. There are the four strokes, four sections will be there: compression, power, suction, and exhaust. You can see actually here the this is the intake and exhaust valve. During the exhaust stroke and suction stroke, during this, especially during this, both valves will be open. So this is called as valve overlap. If after completion of exhaust stroke and before what suction stroke, the both valves will be open. So that during this the angle before this is suction. This is suction stroke. Suction stroke. In this also before 5 degree. Here they mention 46. And sometimes for different ranges it may be different. But if you are studying using the herbicide before 5 degree, TDC, top dead tension, the inlet valve will be opens. Means actually the inlet valve should open this area. Means this is 0 degree. This is the before 5 degree. This is before 5 degree. This before this it will open the intake inlet valve or suction stroke. And this is this red you can see the exhaust valve. Exhaust valve it goes after 5 degree, or sometimes 25 degree, or sometimes 43 degree. This actually there will be some due to some losses. We should reduce the losses so that exhaust loss also can reduce using that. This is the timing diagram. So that this what indicates the valve overlap of the IC engine. Okay, we will study one problem on related to the valve timing diagram of this IC engine. Using this, we can calculate the how much time it will take to complete the power stroke of the IC engine, compression stroke of the IC engine, suction stroke and exhaust stroke. And next, the governor regulation. And just we studied valve timing diagram, IC engine and different components of the IC engine, and governor regulation. Governor regulation is the variation of the speed in the governor. It controls it gets the regulation of the governor or sensitiveness of the governor using this formula N2 minus N1 divided by N. N2 is the speed of the governor at the maximum load or at load condition. N1 is the speed of the governor at no load condition. This is the N is the N1 plus N2 divided by 2. It is the average speed of the governor. N2 is the speed of the governor at load condition. N1 is the speed of the governor at no load condition. And this is just using this also we can write this formula 2 into N2 minus N1 divided by N2 plus N1. If you are able to possible, you can write these formulas. Even if you will get this formula in Javisai book. Some of the concepts we should know in the farm power course, farm power topic. Two-stroke, four-stroke engine. Two-stroke means the what? Two-stroke and four-stroke. You already you might have studied this about engine, but only they may already I told one or two questions related to the two-stroke and four-stroke you will ask. And nowadays we are not available. These two-stroke engines are not available only in space. They are using the two-stroke engine, and the different efficiencies also we will study in this power courses. Mechanical efficiency, thermal efficiency, and volumetric efficiency. And these are some of the efficiency we will study in the power courses. Volumetric, especially mechanical efficiency, thermal efficiency, volumetric efficiency. These three concepts we will study in the different efficiency of the IC engine and in the power courses. And air standard cycles. And in the air standard cycles, you might have studied Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Otto cycle and diesel cycle using in this we are having two formulas. This efficiency, air standard efficiency for Otto cycle, air standard efficiency for diesel cycle. Okay, just the next slide so you can see this two formula for air standard cycles and valve timing diagram. Just now we studied the valve timing diagram of the IC engine and overlap of the IC engine, valve overlap and governor. Sorry, only it should be governor and indicated horsepower is different. Indicated you study the different horsepowers in the IC engines. Indicated horsepower this plan into n by 2. Plan is this is the mean effective pressure, length of the stroke or stroke length, area of the piston, and speed of the piston, speed of the cylinder or speed of the engine. And n is the number of cylinders. N small n is number of cylinders divided by 2 for the four-stroke engine and n by 1 for two-stroke engine. N by 2 for four-stroke engine, n by 1 for two-stroke engine. Okay. Plan this actually plan in if you are seeing any Jagdish book or any question banks or any numerical problems, plan into n by 2 divided by 60 10 to the power of 2. 12 will be there. And or sometimes they use the plan divided by 4500 will be there. That is